Here's the thing, like Kuro should have learned from the first anniversary that when they didn't drop any valuable freebies for the players outrage, players complain about everything. And that it's very clear that when the anniversary comes, players tend to judge the company, the devs, depending on how much freebies, how much pools they could give during the anniversary. And for this anniversary, 20, 30, 40, and this is a spending event, which is very questionable. And I want to talk about it more and more later on. But overall, we are getting 45 free pools. And that's not to say the anniversary is going to be bad for everyone. Not everybody is going to dislike this. Believe it or not, I made a whole video about covering the predictions of Wuthering Waves anniversary, second anniversary. And some people are actually willingly take, I want more free pools than free old characters. I would prefer extra 80 pools instead of free 5-star on top of anniversary free pools. Just so I can pull for anniversary banners. Like, people would rather get pools. I mean, obviously this guy is asking for a bit too much, like guarantee 5-star. I wouldn't mind if Kuro were to just give 80 pool to guarantee a 5-star. I think that's not a bad idea either. But that would be a bit too generous, I guess, because at the end of the day, they are gacha companies and they would rather give standard 5-star instead of free limited 5-stars. So I guess asking for 80 pools would make zero sense because that would allow some players to just guarantee their Hiyuki or Denia, which are the characters that they're trying to sell. And as we go forward again, apart from SK, none of the old players, blah 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 blah, I'll take 40 pools instead of old 1-point S character any day. Like, this person right here got exactly what they are asking for. But overall rewards, for me, if you're asking for my opinion, I think they should have just gave a free standard 5-star, a free standard 5-star. These standard 5-stars are useless. They are completely useless. They won't change anything for you in the game. They won't allow you to get through the end game content, Matrix game mode, Wuthering Waves. These standard 5-stars won't do anything. But it's more like the principle of it, to show the players that support you throughout the 2 years that they can trust you, the devs, the game that they fell in love, that they will be given the same treatment as they've given you. They will be rewarded as much as they have made you feel rewarded by making this game. And let's be honest, KUROGAMES have grown and earned billions. They are now at the top league. Again, these are standard 5-star we're talking about. They're not gonna change anything. Players will still have to pull for limited characters if they want to beat the content in the game. But giving standard 5-stars will shut up all these players that will be complaining for the lack of rewards they are giving. So mind you, after the live stream, I go ahead and check all the social medias, right? As I always do. I want to hear other people's opinions, right? So I check on the comments on the recap. Sorry Kuro, but live stream was mid, no free 5-star. This is the first time in a while. Last time I checked that people are all complaining in the comment section was the first anniversary. It's crazy enough to say, but most of these people that you are going to see, they are saying that the first anniversary is much better in comparison to the second anniversary, which is crazy to me because the second anniversary, not to mention we are getting closer and closer to the collabs, but we are not even getting any teaser of the collab. There is zero hype for the next patch. It's kind of weird. Like, I know that they are giving a bit more. They are trying to show a bit more, like with the collab that they're getting. Collab livery, Resident Evil, collab livery, Angry Birds, Kaiju number 8, Soshiro Hoshina. I don't actually know who that is. I think it's a character from Kaiju 8, yeah. And then Pragmata, a new game by Capcom. We're getting 2 collabs by Capcom. Not to mention that we just got a Resident Evil 9 release. So the hype is there for the collab, right? And we're getting 2 of these Capcom collab. It's kind of crazy, but then you notice that it's not really all that much. It's really just a bike sticker that looks pretty much the same as any other stickers. Like, it's cool that they bring up all this big IP, Hinata Shoujo from Haiku, Kageyama, all that stuff. Like, yeah, it's really good, right? It brings us closer to more future collabs that are coming. There's like endless of possibilities of their collabs now. So that's nice. That's really nice. Maybe it's like a step up, you know? Some people will see like, okay, this is kind of a step up. Maybe in the future, we're actually gonna be able to get characters. Maybe in the future, we're gonna get gadgets. So there's gonna be a lot of players gonna be optimistic about this this update here. All right, let's move on to Twitter. Patch 3.3 looks good. Anniversary, garbage. Are you guys gonna store all the 1.S in garbage? I lowered my expectations and just expect a standard selector. Much like everybody else, they are all expecting for standard selector. Okay? All of these people, most of them, they are fine with just getting a standard character. This person says, just give us free standard characters. If you look into the comments replying, why do you want a permanent characters when they are all useless? We get it. We know. Everybody knows that they are gonna be useless. They are gonna be nothing. They will be used for nothing. But for me, like, I personally love these characters, like standard characters like Kakaru or Jansin, especially Kakaru, because I just like his design. I would love to have his asset someday. It's a very cool character that I appreciate their designs. And I just want that, you know. I'm not asking to beat the content. I'm not asking for like rewards for me to beat the endgame content a lot easier. And I'm 100% sure that these people are asking the same thing. It's not about beating the content in the game. It's just to see how generous KUROGAMES are willing to be towards their player base, towards the people that has supported the game throughout the years. Okay, it's all about that. And some of these people, they tend to really, they have a very narrow-minded and clearly overlook the bonds the players and the dev could have. It's very disappointing to see some people are just defending, hey, no character selected, because it's really a nothing burger. It's not gonna change anything. As I've said this so many times, it's not gonna change anything. And I wouldn't even be surprised if like all these complaints, all bunch of these complaints will lead to Kuro say that, you know what, guys, apologies that the anniversary didn't exceed your expectations. Here you go. We're gonna give you a standard selector. Have fun with it. I won't be surprised. I just won't be surprised if that's what they do, because they have done that multiple times in the past anniversary, where players are very unsatisfied. Everybody is complaining. Players are outraged, complaining on Twitter. All bunch of these people are just hating the shit out of Wuthering Waves, and then Wuthering Waves decide, you know what? Let's give these people 30 pulls, 10 limited pulls, 10 weapon pulls, and then another 10 on the standard pulls. Like if that's actually something they would do, but instead this time around will be a standard selector, I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, it doesn't change anything. And look at my predictions, guys. Like what to expect from Wuthering Waves second anniversary, Hiyuki, Denia, like, this is nothing. Anniversary convene. Like I really thought they're gonna give out the anniversary convene, allowing players to pull for like 12 characters per patch. And I do believe they have gotten a lot of backlash through the whole 12 banners per patch thing. And that's fine. They don't want to get any backlash from that again. And so they just won't do it. They're not giving rewards or anything. They just don't do it. And that's kind of a problem. Like you avoid doing this because you get backlash over it. And that's fine because it's not a reward in the first place. It's just 12 banners that you have to pull in the same way, in the same amount of pulls anyway. So it doesn't change anything for them. But they also get a backlash for not giving out which 5-star deserve to be given for free. So I mentioned it here, like which character, because I wanted to say like there's a possibility they would just give like 1 point X character and not standard characters, because standard characters, again, said this many times, they are useless. So not only it doesn't affect the players if they give like free standard characters, the players are also okay if they give free standard characters. Despite by now, it's only natural for them to just give out 1 point X character, because those characters are also power crept to oblivion. Jian by Cartethyia, Changli Brunt by Aemeath, all that stuff, right? These characters are so bad to play in the current game modes. So of course players are gonna find it like, why are you not giving any freebies? Why are you not allowing players to select characters that they wanted? At this point, it doesn't matter, because the newer characters, the latest characters, are still gonna be the only ones that can beat the content in the game. So here you can see I mentioned another spending event. To my surprise, I cannot believe that I got it right. So I'm not so sure. I think this is gonna be like an overall patch, so I'm okay with it. It is a spending event at the end of the day. Like, I mean, you are allowed to skip it if you don't intend to pull for Hiyuki, you don't intend to pull for Denia, because the collab is right around the corner, right? So you want to save for those. So you're allowed to skip it, but you are gonna miss on a lot of stuff. There's like accessories for the characters, like accessories for the bike. There's accessories for Hiyuki. And of course, there are 10 pulls that you missed out on. And pulls, and you know how pulls goes, it's one of the most valuable thing in every single gacha games. So giving up pulls is basically FOMO. It's gonna force players into pulling for something they don't want to. So that goes my opinion on spending events, or events like this. The Gilded Night Market, or what they like to call now is Bountiful Waves, I guess. And I mean, you know, it's fine. Like, I'm okay with it because I will be pulling for Hiyuki. I might even pull for Denia, you know, just because they look really cool and they might benefit my account even. So yeah, we're getting this Mornye skin, which I found very, very mid. Hey, stop it! I don't know, man. Why do they have like this summer outfit? Why do they have like this winter outfit? It looks really bad. I don't like it. At this point, like, I like their designs as it is. I think the best skin that I was most surprised by is Changli, the swimsuit outfit. And the reason why Changli's swimsuit outfit is actually good is because it changes the form based on her skill. You know, she has a forte like 4 times and the swimsuit changed. I think that's kind of cool. It might as well be a 5-star outfit, you know. So that's like just my personal opinions on this on these skins, and Mornye, Zani, they look pretty mid if you ask me. But some people will like it, some people will definitely like it. And here you go, like the bike, probably the coolest bike they've ever shown. Hiyuki's bike skin. Not bad at all. I actually like it. When I saw this, like, wow, I wish I have that. But if you guys are wondering, do I hate? What is this video? Are you hating on the anniversary? No. That's my answer. I do not hate this anniversary. I think the rewards are a bit meh. You know, they could definitely have given more. But what I see here, like the flight, hold on. The flight changes. Like you can actually use the bike to fly. Which is weird because the point of having the hero using a bike is to not allow the players to fly anymore, but you know, they just bring the fly back. And at that point, I do feel like you should have just given the old flight mechanic back, and that's fine for the players as well. But you know, it is what it is. We're gonna use the bike to fly, and that's pretty unique in a way because we never have experienced something like this yet. So I think like the exploration in Wuthering Waves is different, you know. Yeah, that's the best thing. That's the best wording I can give. And there's more to this live stream. As you can see right here, like there's like these mini games that I kind of think is really cool. If you don't know me, if you haven't been in this channel for a long time, I have been glazing their 2D platform mechanic for the longest time, since the beginning of Wuthering Waves. Nothing but glaze. So yeah, I do think there's a lot to like in this live stream. And the most important that I've been wanting to talk about is this one, reworking Elusive Realm. I mentioned that in my prediction video. So of course, I was surprised because I made that video for quite a while already, like a week before we got this news. To think that they're actually bringing back the old Depths of Elusive Realm, I think it's the old Depths of Elusive Realm. It looks really cool. It seems like they have the old mechanics as well. Guys, I'm excited. I don't know, like I know the rewards are lacking. I know you don't have much freebies to get around in this anniversary patch, and I know you all want to put for the collab as well. Not to mention that you need these rewards. You kind of need this certain amount of pulls, and it's so unfortunate that the players are not getting it. But I get exactly what I want, exactly what I'm asking for, and these are the few things that I asked for, which is bringing back the Depths of Elusive Realm. And God, I miss this game mode so much. You have no idea. And I've been talking on and on and on every single time why is Wuthering Waves is lacking with their current content these days. And it's because we had our best content in the first ever patch, and they just took it away because some people seem to not be satisfied. So they keep on reworking over and over and over to the point it turns into some sort of slop that nobody are willing to play anymore. So yes, I'm happy with this game mode coming back. But now we're gonna go to the deep end. Whenever I go to Reddit, right, I expect full glaze. I expect people to just praise the game that they are playing. 30 pulls of anniversary and 6 banners with recycled any event, some sloppy bike skins, AI slot frame generation instead of performance optimization. So I'm guessing the optimization of the DLSS thing that nobody likes, right? Plus 10 GIF for UI changes and grass cutting and no Cyberpunk announcement. I know. I'm very sad about the Cyberpunk announcement not being there as well. But I'm a very patient guy. I can wait for the Cyberpunk announcement. It's very unfortunate that they don't bring the hype into the game right now. Not for me, but I think having the announcement or trailer for the Cyberpunk, I want the players to be happy. I want the players to the community to be hype about this game, to talk around with other people outside of the gacha space. These are the reasons why I think the Cyberpunk collab announcement or trailer was important. It's very unfortunate that these are the majority. When I go to Reddit, again, I expect full glaze to think that they are agreeing with this person right here. And I'm not hating on this person either. I think it's fine. It's definitely valid. Their points. People that want to criticize the anniversary, the second anniversary, they're all valid. Looking at the comments, they're not even fucking rerunning the goddamn 1.S characters. I did not think people would get mad about the 1.S not rerunning because they have gotten backlash over it. And I think it's fine. You don't need a rerun for the 1.S character because these characters are mostly power crap. And if they are expecting for 1.S characters, they might as well ask for the selectors, not rerunning. I think rerunning them, pulling for them is a kind of a joke now. You should be pulling for newer characters. If you're expecting for 1.S character, expecting them to be given for free. I'm sorry, I think that's just how it works. And not for standard characters to be given for free. standard characters are completely useless, and that is something to be normalized to be given for free by KUROGAMES themselves. Like they should just not like every patch, but it's like just give any time. If you feel like rewarding your players as standard characters, they're pretty bad anyway, just give it. It was hilarious watching chat meltdown. It was insane. After the live stream finished, the chat was all L livestream, L livestream, L livestream. Like all of them are hating. Of course, there's gonna be people liking it, but the amount of people that are hating, and some are actually thinking that these are Hoyo shields coming to Wuthering Waves livestream to say that. But in reality, I went to the other streamers' chat and saw the exact same thing. It was unfortunate. These are exactly what players felt currently. Cheapskates. Honestly, this is so terrible. Yeah, no free character, no 100 pulls, no LF1. Again, this is a joke. 100 pulls is a bit too much as well, but one free standard is to be expected, really. I really thought they would have learned from the backlash they've gotten during the first anniversary. If you weren't in the 1.S anniversary that time, the amount of hate they've gotten, it was abnormal. You know, people are actually suspecting Hoyo players themselves to go to Wuthering Waves just to trash on them. It even creates a tribalism towards Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact Hoyoverse as well. How Genshin Impact are normalizing the lack of rewards they've been getting in their game. Meanwhile, Wuthering Waves players are outraged for not getting one free character. Do you know how difficult it is to get free characters in Genshin Impact? Now, they are actually giving free standard characters every single anniversary, including the new characters as well. Like I'm seeing like a bunch of new characters being added into standard banners for Genshin Impact. So technically, they are doing better rewards than Wuthering Waves in terms of anniversary. Let's read this one. Honestly, I just simply do not understand why are they allergic for some reason to give out characters, even old ones for free, especially for anniversary. You know why? I think when they give out Shangli Yao for free, it was because it was a boring patch, it was somewhat of a dead patch, and they are losing players because of how unoptimized Wuthering Wave is. So giving out Shangli Yao is basically using FOMO against the players to not allow them to get out of the game. That's basically it. It seems they learned nothing from last year, recycled events, no freebies that actually make people excited to play, not even standard selector, no nothing. Literally every other big gacha gives out free characters from time to time. But Wuthering Waves did it once and then never again, which is even more insane considering they release twice as many characters every year, which is honestly crazy work for a game with no free units given. One of the worst anniversary patches for any game I played. The hate Wuthering Waves is getting right now, every single anniversary, I am truly speechless with this situation right now. But yeah, that's about does it. Thank you all for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you guys think about the second anniversary. Let me know in the comments below whether you enjoy, whether you like it, whether you are satisfied or not satisfied with this whole situation. I really would love to know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.